This is the War Brief Daily for April 10, 2026, covering the Iran and wider Middle East theater. Tonight we are tracking four major developments. First, the U.S.-Iran-Israel ceasefire is holding at the direct exchange level, but Gulf states are still under active drone attack. Second, Iran is asserting unprecedented operational control over the Strait of Hormuz. Third, nuclear negotiations are advancing on a modified Iranian proposal, but a single fault line threatens to collapse the entire framework. Fourth, the Lebanon front is escalating sharply. Hezbollah has resumed attacks and the IDF is intensifying both ground operations and targeted killings. First, the ceasefire. Iran, the United States, and Israel have not directly exchanged fire since April 8. That part is confirmed. But the ceasefire has not stopped Iran from striking Gulf partners. Bahrain's defense ministry confirmed the interception of 7 Iranian drones since April 8. The Kuwaiti armed forces confirmed that at least one drone struck a Kuwaiti National Guard site. These are current, active operations, not legacy attacks. Iran is using the pause selectively, backing down from the direct U.S.-Israel exchange while maintaining pressure on regional partners to preserve leverage at the negotiating table. Second, the Strait of Hormuz. This is confirmed, and it is historically unprecedented. Iran is now capping daily transit through the strait at 15 vessels, compared to the normal multi-dozen daily traffic. The Iranian Ports and Maritime Organization published formal IRGC-designated routing corridors and explicitly warned that vessels outside those lanes face mine risk. Between April 8th and 9th, only 4 vessels moved through the strait's entry lane. The Strait of Hormuz carries roughly 20% of globally traded oil. Tehran is not closing it. It is charging a toll, setting the rules, and using energy prices as a financial weapon at the negotiating table. Third, nuclear talks. The U.S. government confirmed on April 8th that Iran submitted a modified proposal. President Trump called it a workable basis for negotiation. Mediators told the Wall Street Journal that Iran has softened its positions on enrichment, U.S. troop withdrawal, and reparations. But one fault line remains, and it is binary, not a negotiating gap. Iran insists Lebanon must be included in any ceasefire framework. The United States does not. Every Israeli strike on Hezbollah gives Iran legal justification under its own stated framework to declare the deal void and resume direct fire. Fourth, Lebanon. Hezbollah officially resumed attacks on April 8th. This is confirmed. Over the following 24 hours, Hezbollah claimed 26 attacks against northern Israel and 8 against IDF forces inside Lebanon. The IDF confirmed approximately 70 rockets were fired from Lebanon, with the majority intercepted. Salvos targeted Kiryat Shmona, Shlomi, and Nahariya. Ground combat is confirmed in Bint Jbeil, where the IDF's 35th Paratrooper Brigade and 401st Armored Brigade are actively engaged. The IDF killed approximately 200 Hezbollah fighters on April 8th alone. Critically, the IDF also struck Naim Qasim's personal secretary in Beirut and the Sheba Lebanese Brigade's commander in Sidon on the same day. That is simultaneous command advisory and operational command targeting. IDF Chief of Staff General Zamir declared Lebanon the IDF's main battlefield. On the diplomatic track, Israeli and Lebanese officials are expected to begin direct talks in Washington next week, focused on Hezbollah disarmament. On proxies, no confirmed Iranian-backed Iraqi militia or Houthi attacks have occurred since April 8th. The pause is real, but multiple leaders have issued explicit warnings tied to Israel's Lebanon campaign. Houthi leadership specifically warned of increased Red Sea operations if the ceasefire collapses. This is still emerging, not confirmed attacks, but the threshold for re-entry appears directly tied to what happens in Lebanon in the coming days. Here is what to watch next. The Lebanon-Israel talks in Washington are the single most consequential diplomatic event of this cycle. Monitor whether the Lebanon fault line forces a breakdown in U.S.-Iran negotiations. Watch Strait of Hormuz transit figures for further tightening. And watch the proxy network, Houthis and Iraqi militias, for any movement from warnings to action. That's your War Brief Daily for April 10th, 2026. Stay sharp, and we'll see you next update.